All right, folks, in this video, we're gonna learn how to slice vegetables with a vegetable slicer. You're gonna grab a few onions. The onions are big. You're gonna grab a few of them. You're gonna need a cutting board. You're gonna need a knife. And also you got the vegetable slicer and this red tray. All right, so the first step is to cut the top and bottom of the onions. You always, again, as always, you want to go as thin as you can because we don't want to have any waste. Onion, as you know, is layers and layers. So what we're going to do is cut like that. Then you're going to use your fingers and peel it off. So one of the things, can I show Mama? You will notice is that this layer, it's obviously brown. It's layers and layers, but it is very thin. You can tell from here, this is the flesh of the onions. It is just good onions we can use. So you're going to go around and peel this off. You don't want to use any of these because even if this layer or whatever it was, it will not come out very good from the oven because it has no moisture in it. So this is the onion that we're going to go with. If there is a section, whatever, no worries. You just cut a thin layer. You cut any marks or anything on it. You mark that off. All right, in this phase, we're going to use the vegetable slicer. We always want, we're going to use this onion for salads as well as pizzas. We want to make sure we keep the integrity of the vegetable, make it look good. And what I mean by that is look at these layers. It looks beautiful. So we want to make sure we keep that. So when we're slicing the vegetable, we want to make sure it's cutting, the blade is hitting it this way versus like this. That will not look those beautiful circles and layers of onion. So you always want to put it this way in and never in this angle or this way or whatever. You'll want to make sure you put it in. As always, you're going to press that in and look visually that it is where it needs to be. Otherwise, you reach in and you kind of adjust it. Next, we're simply going to gently press on that side simultaneously and go on this end. When it's something like that, you're going to peel that off. The section that is not cooperating, because again, that doesn't have much moisture in it. Even if you were to cut this, because it doesn't have much moisture, it will just stay like this and get very dry in the oven. So we discard this. If the onion is big, this one's not as big as we want it, but when the onion is big, you can't put it in. You put it in here, it won't overall go in there. So again, this one is not as big as I need it right now, but just so you realize, if this is bigger than the entrance over here, all you got to do is the following. We're going to simply cut it in half in this way and not this way, because again, I want to put it like this, and I'm going to get half circles of this onions. Perfect. As you can see, the slicer cuts the onions very beautifully thin. Again, onions is very flavorful on pizza, but you don't want somebody to take a huge bite of onions and they just are not going to enjoy that. All right, next we're simply going to cover it. Again, you want to go around like this. We're going to cut. Our date sticker, month, and the day of the month. All right, that's as simple as it was, slicing vegetables. Once you're done, you always want to clean up everything. You want to discard your trash. And again, your goal is to leave things better than they were. So clean it up as though nothing happened.